Hello everyone, welcome back to Layers of Fear. We're doing chapter 1. This game might appear supernatural. It's not, he's just mentally ill. Schizophrenic to tell you the truth, but you'll see what I mean by stating it might seem supernatural. Sort of going to start getting grotesque. Kind of liken it to a maybe true crime. I could easily see this happening somewhere in the world as a true crime thing. Has a disturbing adult concept, so it's up to you whether you continue or not. The other thing I have to warn is that there is flashing images, so if you're epileptic, you might want to give this one a miss, or watch it in a light room with the lights on. So basically, this is your artist room. This is where you keep coming back to, and as you collect stuff, they will appear in these various and what we're trying to do is create the masterpiece artwork that defines us as an artist. Every artist has one, and that's what we're trying to get right. Get it right this time, and we've been trying over and over and over again, and we're kind of getting lost in this mansion, which is really our mind, based on the house that we live, and this house will constantly keep distorting, and it's inspired by the story Dorian Gray, Portrait of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Have a look at the first video I did. I have a link in the description explaining what that's all about. And it's a bit of a reading thing. You can find various things to read. Here we go. Reconnect with your partner. Rebuild your relationship. Rediscover the joy of marriage. Rekindle the flame. Don't worry, you're not alone. Perfect relationships may look great on the silver screen, but the rest of us mortals have to face the simple truth. Nobody's perfect. And you know that. You know what? That's fine. In fact, many loving couples struggle with day-to-day life in a relationship. This does not make them any less special. It just takes some work, and we're here to help. Our consultants, all trained experts in their field, will help you identify the source of your troubles and deal with it at your own pace, whether it's simple miscommunication, money problems, or conflicting personalities. Where there's a problem, there's always a solution. And remember, it's never too late. So I could have I forgot about that concept. So that you'll get notes like that constantly around. You'll have to look around a bit. You can see just here, and you get jump scares like that. So be ready for it can happen at any moment. And what we're going to do is open, and you can see that the house has already distorted itself. It hasn't really opened it. And there's a lot of our work, our artistry work, that we've been working on in the past, and now we're trying to create something really special. A little note in here that you can read. Dear Sir and Madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Your marital problems, while regrettable, are a private matter and should remain that way. They are certainly of no concern to us, and especially our children. Please consider that not everyone is a freelance artist. Some of us have to get up early and work for a living. We need our sleep. We must also warn you that if things continue the way they are now, we will be forced to call the police. Sincerely, your very tired neighbours. So we can see that, that we're just going in circles. We're going to be in like a self-pity sort of. And this is where it gets strange. See if I can. Is there anything in there? I can't remember where all the secret stuff is. It's all over the place. Here we go. Here we have another note, I think. Yep. It's really dicky on how to save the date of request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, the 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel at 2 o'clock in the morning. And you'll notice that both our name and our wife's name is crossed out, and that's common in this game. All the names, all the references to our name has been crossed out, and so it has our wife's, and it will stay that way. Oh, that's right. So you have a code here that you need to find. I forgot about this part. Now there's actually, I think it's 3 different endings. And the endings, A54, and the endings are based on whether you pick up everything, whether you don't, etc. We're going to just go around and pick up everything on this walkthrough. You'll hear whispering in the background. Again, imagine it just being our personalities, many of them now. And now we have the past holds back. Look closer. And now we have this.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
I love that. That is a superb line. Whoever wrote the script to this is, my applause to you. So we're an artist, of course, and we propose to our wife, who's a musician, and we're saying that the best work of art that we've ever seen in our life doesn't have our name on it. Will you marry me? I think that's romantic. I think that's beautiful. Who would say no to that? Come on, seriously. So anyway, we're going to continue on. I'm just checking everything. I don't want to kind of miss anything just in case. You've been snooping around my workshop again. For the last time, you are not allowed in that room, even if the door happens to be open. I forbid it. This is your last warning. Next time, you'll have to look for a new job. I like the way they used both. So you can easily read every note, and you can get the feeling behind the note written with the visual. I love that. So that was, I'm guessing, the cleaner, housemaid maybe. Is that a rat trap? It is. Oh, this is the room I was thinking of before. Okay, I'm going to check this room out a little bit more sufficient because I keep falling through the floorboards. Get too close. That doesn't do anything. Okay, that's just a door by the looks of it. It doesn't look like anything. We do come back here, but I'm wondering if is there anything in. Nothing really. Anything on? No. No. Can't see anything. Alright. Kind of looks like it. That scared me the living dollars out of me first time I saw that. It's really dark in here. I'll see if I can lighten it up. There we go. All this flashing around, it's normal for a Bloober psychological horror game. Oh, there's a rat painting. Dust mice even in my lungs. There's always more grotesque vermin dirt. His fascination with rats is a bit strange. You got to come back here and pick this up. My love, even though you have not been born yet, I can already feel your presence. It's simply amazing. I just can't believe how lucky I am. A year ago, all I had was talent and ambition. Now, against all odds, I have a career, a loving husband, and you. I have never been deeply religious person. I guess what other people look for in a sermon, I found in perfecting my art. So this is our wife talking about her music as her art and the fact that she's carrying a child. But now I can't help but feel like there's a higher power watching over me. They once told me that I would never succeed as a musician. Now I'm playing sold out concerts at some of the most prestigious venues in the country. They also said I had a difficult character and that I would never find a soulmate. Guess again. Finally, a doctor once told me that I would never be able to have children of my own, and yet here you are within me. I am quite possibly the happiest woman in the world. I love you so much. So here we have her at the pinnacle of her life. She feels that nothing can possibly go wrong. Everything has just gone perfect, and we're going to see, I guess, the domino effect on how things began to change. So interesting, this is an old, I would say, Victorian mansion of some type. We've got a secret room which opens up one of the bookcases. That's cool. Always wanted a house like that. I actually, this is no joke of lie. I actually lived next to my next door neighbour, and he had 3 secret rooms in his house which he built himself, and he showed me, and they were the coolest thing I'd ever seen. You would never ever find them, then he ended up selling his house. So it's quite possible that the people in the house at the moment don't actually know there's 3 secret rooms in there. How creepy would that be? Okay, let's continue. That's honestly dead set true. And that's the reason why he showed me too, because he was selling his house and he wanted to show someone. But I never told him. So if you pull this down, you get another.
Now a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
I think that's our wife. So this is probably the best sketch version that we can see of our wife. They're called whispers. You'll notice that all our memory isn't perfect, and we're converging a lot. So hence you see very mutilated faces on pretty much everything. And as you can see, we're just going in circles. We're just going everywhere. I think a rat sets itself on fire though. I love the visual side. The artistry in this would have taken ages. Would have taken, just can't get over it. Just eye candy everywhere, no matter where you look. How many rats are going into the fire? Seriously? Can't find any. Don't think I've missed anything. You don't know with this. There's little corners everywhere. So. Sorry if I do miss something. I'm not perfect. Oh, jeez, that I did not remember that. Far out, that scared the living dollars out of me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to check into hospital soon. That's just chapter 1. So the jump scares are going to get a bit more full on. Why does it look like I've got concentration camps? Doesn't look right. No, I can't see anything. Nothing there. Got another note here. Hey, in regards to your previous letter, I'm sure it's nothing to be too concerned about. Women tend to get weird after having a baby. hormone imbalances and the like. When we had her first, I remember Valerie got the blues real bad. I would ask her what she wanted for lunch and she'd just burst into tears. Just be there for her and I'm sure it's going to be fine. Now I know I promise not to rush you and by all means enjoy your well-deserved time off. But just to let you know, I'm getting phone calls up the yin-yang. Commissions left and right. You're a hot ticket, my friend. Maybe we should strike the iron while it's hot. But of course, the family comes first. Your friend and agent, Thomas Caldwell. So now we're starting to see how things began to change for our wife. Postnatal depression was a start of it. I guess that means really it's no blame to us. We can't control that side of things. And hence why you start to hear the crying. Having just had the child. Pick up the brush, you'll get another whisper about the past.
Hello. It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
So, we evidently weren't talking at all. Don't think you can open this door. Amazing the artistry work. As I said, just everything looks so beautiful and so amazing. This is a creepy place. Now again you'll see the house being burnt in places being a constant theme. First steps is the hardest. Now we're in the kitchen. This is where things are going to get really dark. There's a wrap picture here as well. Staring me out, chunky car, constantly sick. I'm not really understanding the rat pictures at the moment, why his fascination with rats. Might find that out. I have. Oh, that's locked. Okay. Did not know that. I don't think there's anything else actually here. Don't remember there being. Is that not? What am I supposed to be doing? Can I push you down? I think I gotta come back here for a knife. That turns the next. There's a point where one of our schizophrenic personalities is just, yeah, and this is it.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
We now get to see why he started on the booze. Now, if you're wondering, does that mean that we used our wife's skin as a canvas? Yes. Crazy stuff. And then we're back into the room. And as you can see, we've got two rat pictures now. And I think, can we open that yet? No. So we've got to click on And what this does is it updates us to the next chapter, chapter 2, but it also shows starting to complete this masterpiece. And as it suggested, we're actually painting on our wife's skin, trying to create a masterpiece of it. And you'll start to see that fill in. I think the books over here start to fill in with pictures if you grab any pictures. And again, you see the memento of the things that are going to end up making up this perfect portrait. As I said, one of our schizophrenic personalities is evidently he's not actually a killer, because our wife, we didn't kill our wife. She was already dead. But I guess in grief, we and not having made that masterpiece before, we entered into a really, really strange place. Well, I hope you enjoyed this so far. Join me for chapter 2. Until then, bye for now.